Noswaith da. Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on I think it's our fourth live broadcast. Welcome to everyone, and thank you for joining us. We've had a very busy week here at Coleg Cambria, welcoming you all to your sites and onto your courses. And we've all been running around, enjoying what you've been doing, and thank you for turning up at college and for getting on with your courses and enjoying the Freshers' Fairs. So, what's tonight about? Well, tonight is about giving you the opportunity to ask any questions you might have felt that you couldn't ask or didn't have the chance to ask while you were in college. Or you might be a new student who's thinking about coming to college and wondering perhaps if it's a bit late or anything. So this live StreamYard event will give you the opportunity to ask all the questions you want to ask, or some you didn't even know you wanted to ask until you start hearing us. So just to start us off, we're going to introduce the panel here tonight. I'm joined with some fantastic people from around the college. I'm Lizzie Stevens. I'm Head of Inclusion, and I'm responsible for equality and diversity, for learning support, for mental health and wellbeing, and for specialist tutor support. Over to you, Bethan.
Thanks, Lizzie. Evening. My name's Bethan. I am the Student Services Manager. There's a Student Services area on each campus that can help with things like funding, advice and guidance, transport. It's just a place that if you're not sure what to do or where to go, call in and see us.
Thanks, Bethan. Over to you, Angie.
Hi, my name's Angie Penny. I'm Curriculum Director for Skills, which means Maths, English and Digital Literacy. I cover the Deeside, Northup and Llyrthfasi sites, and we've got another manager covering Yale and Bersham. But I'll be able to take questions about any site tonight.
Brilliant. So all Maths and English, over to Angie. Kelly, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Mapp-Jones. I'm the lady that looks after your data here. So any of your personal records, they all come through to my team to process. So if you've got any worries or concerns about that or anything relating to your student ID, I can help you with that.
Brilliant, that's really helpful. Thanks, Kelly. And Miriam.
Hi, evening everybody. I'm Miriam Riddle. I am head of Deeside 6. So I am here tonight if you've got any A-level related questions. So that covers Yale 6th and D6. Thanks, Lizzie.
That's brilliant. So I hope we have got some people here on this stream who are from our sixth form. So any questions you've got, over to Miriam. And last but not least, by any means, a woman who has been incredibly busy all week and has done some amazing work with the students. Over to you, Rona.
So I'm Rona Griffiths, and I work with a fantastic team of colleagues with the learner experience team. And so basically it's anything to do with enrichment, anything that isn't to do with your course at college. So we've got lots of different activities and support for you. We've got Active Cambria, which is an amazing initiative that's been copied across Wales. So lots of free activities and things to look after your mind, body and soul when you're at the college. I look after, Judith in the team looks after enterprise and entrepreneurship. So if you're thinking of starting up your own business, or if you want to do fundraising, or just, I don't know, start up a business and test trade on a market, you can do that. We've got a very innovative chaplain and chaplaincy team who are really into bushcraft this year. So watch out for that. It's going to be quite exciting. We've got Duke of Edinburgh, so you can take part in your bronze, silver or gold Duke of Edinburgh. We've got lots of skills competitions that you can get involved with, particularly if you're a vocational student. So we really want to, accelerate your skills and your career opportunities. And then we have got a fantastic student voice body in the college. So if you want to be a student rep, or if you just want to have your say in the college, everybody has got the right to a student voice. And we're hoping that you'll all start up wonderful clubs and societies and just make friends when you're at the college. So we're here to support you and make sure you have fun.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Rona. So have a think about any questions you might have for Rona. It might be about things that have happened this week or things that you'd like to get involved with in the future. So how's it going to work? Well, over the next 55 minutes, we need you to participate with us. All you have to do is you type in any questions you might have into your social media device, and then we will try and attempt to answer them. But rest assured, if we don't have the answer here tonight, we'll be able to take your details and get back in touch with you tomorrow with the answer to your questions. So please don't hesitate. Just pop those questions into the chat pane, and we will have a go. But we have been receiving some already today, so it gives us a point to start on. And I'm going to make a start with a question that came in a little while ago. And I think it's for you, Angie, actually. And it is it compulsory in Coleg Cambria to resit maths at any age, or is it optional?
Well, great question. Thanks for the question. It's really important at Coleg Cambria that when you come to do your course, that we look to improve your literacy and numeracy skills at any age while you're here at the college. And this is what we do. We work with you. We look at your previous qualifications and something called your West assessment to help decide which qualifications are in literacy and numeracy are best for you. I'd be very happy to meet with anybody who wants to talk about maths, English, digital literacy, and I know my colleague Ros would as well at any site, at any site really. So if the question's from D-side, my door is always open and my room number is F65. Or if you forget that, just ask any of your main course tutors, where can I find Angie? And they'll point you in my direction. Same on the other sites. Just ask for the maths and English manager and they'll point you in the direction. But come and talk to us about maths and English because I think it's so important to improve these skills while you're at college. It's a great opportunity to do this, and it's going to open doors for you as you go through your career.
Okay, thanks, Angie. That's really helpful. We have been getting quite a few over the last 4 weeks. Been getting quite a few questions about maths and English, and people are genuinely sometimes a bit concerned. From what we hear about our learners who, once they're in college, they enjoy it a lot more than they thought they were going to, and it is different to perhaps what you imagine. So, come and have a chat. I think that's the absolute message that we were hearing there from Angie. Okay, moving on. We've got another question here, and it is it too late to apply for a bus pass? So obviously over the last few days, learners have been coming to your teams, Bethan, and requesting their bus passes. Is it too late?
Absolutely not. Just come into student services and pick up your bus pass. As long as you live over 3 miles from the college, we should be able to look at a route for you, whether that's a college bus route or whether that is an Arriva pass, depending on where you live and what site you're on. So again, go and see your student services advisor on your site and they will be able to help.
Brilliant. That's really helpful. Thanks very much. Questions coming in now. So one for you, I think. Miriam, if you can help. My timetable isn't right. What should I do? So somebody who's obviously been in today or yesterday or Monday and it doesn't seem to be right. What should they do?
First of all, don't panic. So you can imagine with the thousands of students that we've got that sometimes there are issues with timetables. So the main thing is to just come to reception where myself, Rob or Holly from Student Services are kind of hanging out, and we can manually look through the courses that you've chosen and giving you a kind of an interim timetable if it's not uploaded or updated onto the app. And I would just say, bear with us at the moment. Lots of things are being processed. It's just taking a bit of a while to get through them. But don't worry about registers. You won't be disadvantaged and think, oh, I've missed a lesson. Will it count? We're not marking the registers with particular codes at the moment. We're using different ones for students who may join on. And if you stop groups, the registers will all sort itself out anyway. So don't worry about it. Just pop and see us on reception and we'll do our best.
That's really helpful. Thank you. And I'm sure they'll just get sorted out very quickly, won't they? And it'll all be fine. Okay, brilliant. Leah, hi Leah. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Really pleased to see you here. And you've got a really good question for us. If I work part-time but also go to college, would I still be able to get EMA? Bethan, are you able to help with that one, please, for Leah?
Hopefully. So for people who don't know, EMA is Educational Maintenance Allowance. It's paid fortnightly of £30 a week, so £60 a fortnight for attendance in college. It's something called a means tested grant, so it depends on how much money comes into the household. So if you worked part-time, that wouldn't be taken into consideration. It would be whoever gets your child benefit or universal credit for you, it would go on their income. But again, everybody's circumstances are different. Some people are on universal credit themselves. So again, just come in and ask, come and speak to us. But in the most part, I would say if you work part-time, that wouldn't affect your EMA. And just to give you an idea of the threshold for EMA, it's roughly about 20,000 for a household that's got one child, and about 23 off the top of my head for perhaps more than one child. So again, there's lots of ifs and buts. I don't want to say definites, but yeah, I would say in the most part, your part-time work wouldn't necessarily affect that. So, and good on you for having a part-time job and coming to college. To be honest, you're definitely getting some transferable skills there that'll put you in good stead in the future. So well done.
Brilliant. Thank you. I think that was a really good answer. Okay, Sam, Samantha, thank you very much for joining us and for your question. So there's a college coach that comes really close to my house, but on a lot of days I have 4-hour gaps or finish very early. Would I be allowed to get a bus pass or not because there is a coach? Bethan, if you want to answer a bit of that, I can help with a bit at the end.
Yeah. So unfortunately, if there is a college coach or a college bus that picks you up, unfortunately, we can't issue a bus pass as well. It's college policy, unfortunately. I understand what you're saying. However, I think where Lizzie might pick this up is if you have got those, and I suppose as well, if you have got 4 hours in your time, then there's so many brilliant facilities in the college. Then make the most of it and do catch up on work while you're in college. There's brilliant facilities, but in answer to your question, unfortunately not. Sorry.
Okay, thanks, Bethan. Yes, you're absolutely right. Well, I was going to come in just to say, actually, this does happen quite a lot for people where they might have gaps. These are self-study times. They really lend themselves well to self-study times, and so we have got several spaces over the sites where you can come and work. The libraries are fantastic, great place to get on with some work, do your homework, complete your assignments. We've also got our wellbeing areas, so that's definitely on Deeside and Yale, but we've also got spaces at Northup as well, where you can actually come and really just sort of like take part in some mindfulness or some wellbeing activities. So there's plenty of things to do. I think we've also, I know at Deeside, we've just had an outside gym put up, which is for anybody to use. So if you fancy getting a bit fit in that gap, 4 hours, I think you could probably get extremely fit, but it probably isn't a good idea to do 4 hours. But, there's other activities as well. Rona, anything to add there?
Sorry, just to mute myself. There's so much, I think, going on at the college. I totally agree that, make the most of your time at college and just do all your work, do all your home study, do everything while you're at the college, so that in the evening you can just relax and you just have a life, it'll be good. It's good to get that work-life balance. There's lots of things going on with Active Cambria. So lots of different activities you can do. There's lots of clubs and societies that you could actually take part in, or you could lead on. I think on all the sites now, we've got lots of board games and like different things. You can just come to student services, all the libraries and the wellness rooms as well, the wellbeing rooms. You can just go and you can find anything from Boggle to Connect 4 to chess. So lots of different things you can do. But I think you can do the majority of your work when you're at the college. Just upskill yourself as much as you can while you're on site, and then chill when you go home.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thanks, Rona. Does anybody else want to add anything to that, or should I move over to Daniel? Okay. Hi, Daniel. Hope you've been having a good week. So thank you for your question. Can students who don't live near the college that they're going to, can they get bus passes? I'm not sure I quite understand it. Let me have a little go. So Daniel, I think what you're asking, isn't it, that you're asking, you don't live near the college and you want to get a bus pass, and you want to know how to get that bus pass. So Bethan, can you explain to Daniel?
Yeah, so if you come into student services on whatever site you're on and speak to our staff, one of the student services advisors, then they'll be able to give you that information based on where you live, whether that's a college bus or an Arriva pass, and be able to help you with all your inquiries there. So I hope that's okay.
Brilliant. And thanks, Daniel. We really love your questions and we're glad that you're here with us tonight. Okay, got another question that's come through here. What do I do if I don't like the course I'm doing? Can I change? I don't know which course it is, so I'm going to ask Miriam first to explain what happens in sixth form.
Hi, is my internet okay, by the way? I feel like I'm cutting out all the time. So with A-level, there's a lot of toing and froing because obviously you don't choose one subject, you choose 3. And often it's hard to find out which ones you're going to be good at. Your GCSEs will dictate perhaps which pathway you go down in terms of the science or humanities route. But the key to A-level really is to try quite a few of them before deciding, because the key to success, I suppose, is finding the ones you're going to be really good at. And there's a huge range of skills that are assessed in all of them. So we would encourage you to try for the next couple of weeks any that you're considering. So we are kind of informally helping students to look at perhaps when media studies is happening, when psychology is happening, history, whatever it might be, and just saying, go and have a taste of that lesson, go and sit in it for a little bit, see how you feel. And then if you want to make a subject change, it's really easy. You just pop down to the foyer, so the reception area, and it's the same at Yale. We've popped to their staff there. And they will talk you through why you might want to make a change, because we've got years of experience in guiding you towards certain careers or which subjects fit well together. So we'll help you to make sure it's the right decision and also check that you've got the right GCSE grades to swap to that course. But there's loads of help on offer. Just pop down and see us in reception.
Yeah. So can people let's have a think as well, if the question is for somebody in a vocational area who wants to maybe change courses, they don't think they're on the right ones. Bethan, are you able to help with that?
Well, I can as of next week, when learners will be able to just go on the app or the hub and click on swap, don't drop, and literally just let us know what's happening, maybe why you're changing. Is the course not for you? Could be that you've maybe started a course and you think, I really don't know what I want to do. And then we'll be able to get in touch with you, discuss that, and then put you in touch with the right people. So it'll be a nice, smooth process, hopefully, to get you on the right course as quickly as possible, so you're not missing out on much on the coursework. If tomorrow you want to speak to somebody, I would say speak to your course tutors, or if you're not sure, or your progress coaches as well, speak to them. They'll be able to give you guidance on that. But other than that, pop down to student services and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, I hope that answers that. But yeah, just I think in the main part, just speak to somebody. Just don't disappear. Just come in and speak to us, even if you don't feel like staying. But please come in and speak to us about the course that you're doing and what you perhaps want to do in the future.
Yeah, we want all our learners to stay with us. At Coleg Cambria, we're absolutely passionate about making sure that you're happy, and that's what makes us happy. So yeah, don't go anywhere else. Don't give up. Come and talk to us, and we will find you exactly the course that you need, and we'll support you to do that. We'll give you all the support you need. So let's see if we've got any other questions coming through. Oh, one for me. That's exciting. Where can I go and eat my lunch in Deeside that is quiet? Well, thank you for that question. Not everybody's quite as chatty as maybe I am, and do like a bit of a quiet time. So yes, we do make sure that on every site there is a quiet space for you to go to. It might be that you want to eat your lunch. It might be that you just want to chill out and have some downtime. So we have spaces that are specially selected for you. They are low sensory. That means that the lighting isn't harsh and glaring. And there is different spaces for you to sit in. You will have been, if you've been in induction this week, you will have been shown around. So you will have met the inclusion team. They will have come to your classes as well. And just have a chat to them, come up and speak. We'll make sure that we can even reserve little spaces for people. And that's very, very common. Lots of our students already have their set place that they come and sit, and we are delighted to welcome them. And quite often we might even have a sandwich with you if you so want to. But yeah, lots of quiet places around the college. And when the weather's nice, actually, which it's not at the moment because it's storming here, but when the weather's nice, we've got lots of tables outside, lots of spaces outside that you can go and enjoy your lunch. So thank you. That's a really handy question. Hi, Jacob. Thank you very much for your message, and a really good question, actually, and very important. When will you get your first EMA payment? Bethan, you're the money one tonight.
That's a good question. So you usually have to do 2 weeks in college and then you're paid. I have just looked for the answer, and if you started college on the 5th of September or week commencing the 5th of September, which is this week, your payment should be on the 16th of September. So that is a week on Friday, but you probably will get it on Monday the 19th, I would say. But if you just want to pop into student services and double check tomorrow or next time you're in, we can give you payment sheets, a printout of payment sheets. So what weeks you do, when you're paid, and also it's worth bearing in mind that you're not paid for holidays. So sometimes people think that they're missing a week, but they're not. It's just you're not paid for holidays. So yeah, I'm saying about the 19th of September, but again, just pop in and just get a payment schedule sheet, or just double check my information just in case.
Brilliant. So that you can plan, Jacob, you can plan when you're going to go to WH Smith's and buy all those lovely books and things like that. So brilliant. Okay. Hi, Reese. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We're delighted you've come along, and thank you for your questions. So on Tuesday, would student services and reception still be up by the library or down the bottom where it was normally?
So
this is Bersham we're talking about. Yeah.
So
okay. Good question, Reese.
This might sound an odd question about student services moving about, but it's because some of the work that's being done in Bersham. So at the minute, because it's freshers and induction, student services is downstairs and upstairs. So I would say next week, student services will be in the library because their offices are still being sorted in the reception area. But if you're not sure, ask your PC for Jackie, and people will be able to direct, or reception in D block, pop over there and speak to and ask where they are, or drop her an email or a chat and ask her exactly where she is. But I imagine she'll be in the library as of next week in the short term while the renovation work's being done.
Fantastic, thank you. And thanks, Christopher, for your question. I think Bethan did answer that before, and I think it was looking around the 19th of September for the first payment, was it?
Yeah, it's saying, so students will be paid on the 16th, which is a Friday. So I would say, just to be safe, maybe the 16th. But again, just pop into student services and just make sure that the information I'm giving you is correct. As I'm not 110% sure, but I would say that sounds about right, about the 16th or the 19th of September.
You mentioned earlier about a payment schedule. Is that something that you can actually print out and take away, or you can have on your app or something like that?
Yeah, in the past, that's what we've done. And perhaps going forward, an idea from this, we'll just make sure that those payment schedules are available on the website, on the student app, on the student hub, so everybody knows where they are, and everybody can see the payment schedule. I'll make sure that each site has them printed off tomorrow.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, thanks very much for that. Hi, Lucy. Lovely to have you with us tonight, and thank you for your question. Okay, so you've got your Cambria account, but you would like to change the Google Classroom name as it shows your old name rather than your preferred. And of course, you don't. Yes, thank you for that. That's really, really important question, and it's twofold. So, but I think we could do with somebody who can answer the sort of technical side. Kelly, can you help with that?
Yeah. What we do with your data is we use your preferred name for your ID card and your registers. But at the moment, this doesn't flood through to Google Classroom. We are working with IT at the moment to resolve this and get this sorted. So if you can email us at welcome@Cambria with your student ID, I'll get that sorted for you tomorrow. I'll pass it on to IT because they are working through a list, and it is something that we are looking at to make sure that all our accounts show your preferred name, not your old name or previous name. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, Lucy, and just to reassure you, we take that very seriously. We do want to make sure that everybody is known by their preferred name, and so the secret is that. So, Kelly, would you pick that up yourself tomorrow?
Yeah. So, if Lucy emails welcome@Cambria, I will sort that first thing in the morning for you.
There you go. You heard it here now, Lucy. Kelly Map-Jones is going to pick that up for you tomorrow. You couldn't get it clearer than that. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for that. Hi, Josh. Thank you for joining us this evening. Was there any of the enrichment stuff on this afternoon at Yale 6? I went home before checking. Oh, Josh, I wish you'd stayed. We had a roller coaster. We had performing acrobats. It was all happening at Yale 6. Rona, what did Josh miss?
So you missed the Freshers' Fair and induction things that were going on in your classroom, but then there was the Freshers' Fairs where we had lots of different partners coming into the college to meet students, and that was going on in the library there up until 3 o'clock this afternoon. But don't worry, I mean, tomorrow when you're in college, just come into student services. You'll find the learner experience team there, and just chat to Mark Hughes, and he can put you right anyway and show you how you can get involved in any of the activities. So don't worry.
Yeah, and Josh, just in case you aren't sure, I was actually joking about the acrobats and the roller coasters, but
they were at
if we ask, if we ask Rona nicely enough, maybe we can organise those for next year. Okay, come on now, everyone, send in your questions. There's no such thing as a silly question. I promise you that. Anything that's niggling you, anything you'd like to know about. Miriam, hi. Oh. Mim?
I was doing like the old fashioned, because I couldn't see a button to press raise a hand, so I'm literally raising my actual hand.
Your hand.
I'm just going to add something on to the previous question, just to say that at both A-level sites, Wednesday afternoons, we don't have any timetabled lessons. That's the dedicated enrichment time. So although there was all the really good Cambria stuff going on today in terms of Freshers' Fairs, there should be something every week for you to tap into, or there's that opportunity there for you to reach out and sort out your own work experience. We'd encourage you for all of your subject areas, and particularly the one you might want to go into, in terms of a career, to go and touch base with some companies, get some experience, particularly if you're an AS student. if you're going to apply to university next year, all of your work experience and, you know, all the opportunities you want to get involved in need to happen this year, really. So you've got them sorted. We were mean at DSIC this Wednesday. We were doing our West test, calling it West Wednesdays. We're also having Welsh Baccalaureate Wednesdays, as well as other fun bits. We had an ice cream van as well. But just speak to your kind of subject teachers, keep abreast of your Google Classroom, and they'll post every Wednesday what's going on. Sorry, I'll be quiet now.
No, that's really helpful. So it's not an early finish for no reason. There's lots and lots going on, isn't there? That's why it's important to have that time on a Wednesday. Thank you. Hi, Clarice. Thank you so much for joining us. You came to induction Monday, Tuesday, and you haven't yet got your lanyard. Okay, so you're having a bit of trouble logging on as well. Who can help with that? Bethan, would that be you?
Yeah, either myself or Kelly, really. So if you haven't had your ID card, then there are lifts who are Kelly's team in each of the libraries or LRCs during the day at the moment. So it could be that you haven't sent your photo in, so you can send that into welcome@cambria.ac.uk or pop along and see a member of the team in the library. Or it could be that it just for some reason hasn't been printed, or it's if you've changed courses and it might have gone to another course. We can certainly look at getting you another ID card just by simply adding you to a spreadsheet, and then the cards will be reprinted for you. So yeah, in terms of your logins as well, just go and ask the LIFTS team in the library. They'll be able to help you and give you your login. So don't worry too much. Just come in and speak to us. And if you can't find lifts, you don't know where they are, just pop into student services and we'll be able to take you over. Kelly, did you want to add something?
Yeah, just to say that you may have had your photo taken on Monday or Tuesday and obviously already been put on the list. So those ID cards have been printed and they are on reception for collection. So it could just be that because you haven't been in for the rest of the week, it might be on reception for you. So what I'd advise you to do is when you're back in college next week, check on reception. If it isn't there for whatever reason, we can get it printed straight away because I'm sure you probably already had a photo taken by now. And with Google Classrooms as well, like Bethan said, we can help with that. But tutors have got class lists as well with them on, so they will be able to help you. So please don't worry.
Okay, so Clarice, don't worry. It will get sorted and there's not a problem with that. Okay, hi Daniel, great to have you back in. And a question that I'm sure lots of people are thinking about, really, about student voice roles. Rona, are you able to tell us a little bit about student voice?
Oh, with pleasure. And thanks for the question, Daniel. Basically, every student at the college has a voice. So everybody's opinion and everybody's suggestion is really, really important. I'm guessing now, Daniel, you're talking about maybe the student rep role that you may have had last year. So if you were a student rep last year, that's fantastic. We really value your contribution, each and every one of you. And I encourage anybody to, to put yourselves forward as a student rep. But these roles are elected. So it's, you and your class, you all decide who you want to be your student rep. And there's one per class, and we're looking for people with a really good ear, somebody who's very approachable, somebody very calm, and somebody who can take forward the viewpoint of the whole class. So it's an elected role. You don't necessarily just roll into it the second year. I think that's an important thing to say. So it's something for the whole class to decide. There's lots of other positions and roles that you can do as well. So there are trusted leaders with Active Cambria. So maybe you were an ambassador in your school, like a sports ambassador. Then we encourage you to do that. There's lots of volunteering, like Mim was saying, lots of volunteering opportunities. And we're working with Flintshire and with Avow. They're looking at actually recording the amount of volunteering hours that you do and having an award that you can, take forward to present to uni if you're going on to uni. So lots of different things that you can do just to build up your team building and also your leadership skills. And we're always looking for people to volunteer, like at open events and also in the clubs and societies. There we go.
brilliant. Sounds like something I'd love to do. Sounds really exciting and really good opportunity to get involved with student learner voice. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Riley, hi, thank you very much. Great to have you here with us tonight. And question about lanyards. Well, lanyards is something that here at Coleg Cambria we are absolutely passionate about. Do they have to be Cambria branded, or can I wear a custom lanyard with the Cambria card attached? Well, if you'll see here, we're all wearing ours, and we all have our staff. I was checking there, Angie. Close. So we wear our college lanyards at all times, as do all our students, and it's incredibly important that you wear them. Can you put your own one on? Well, I'm afraid not, because actually we need to know who you are and you need to know who we are, and we need to be able to do that at a bit of a distance. So you'll see us coming at a distance because we've got our staff ones, and we'll be able to spot yours as well. And that's really important because we need to know the difference between, say, somebody who's a visitor, somebody who's staff, somebody who's a student. So I know where you're coming from. It's nice to be a bit different, but no, you do have to wear the student ones. However, we do have things that can make it a bit individual, like I think what Rona's going to say about the pronoun badges and things like that. Rona, is that what did I read your mind there?
You did. We love our badges. We've got all sorts. I've got skills badges. I've got domestic violence badges, pronoun badges, all sorts of world skills and Welsh skills badges. And I think we've even got badge making sessions that run every day. So you can come and make your own badges. So please do be individual, but show your individuality on the Coleg Cambria lanyard, because we're really proud of the college and we're proud of our lanyards as well. And you've got really important information there as well, and telephone numbers and things. So it's important that you wear those.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, individuality all the way. But we do have a limit on the types of words that might be on badges. So come along to some of our badge making sessions that are happening this week across all sites. There's different badge making activities, and you can make something quite individual and especially for you. So hi, Sky. Thank you very much. It's your first day was today. If your first day was today, will I be in on Friday? Well, Sky, that is a really good question. Kelly Mapp, can you help with that?
If you're a vocational student, no, you won't. But if you are an A-level student and it's your timetable day, then yes, you will. So it depends what course you're doing.
Okay, so no to vocational and yes to sixth form. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Okay, we've got a couple of questions that have been coming in separately. And do I have to do Welsh Baccalaureate A-level? Miriam, can you help with that, please?
I certainly can. So yeah, some of you might have done the Welsh Baccalaureate if you've come from a Welsh high school. Don't panic if you haven't and you think it's to do with speaking in Welsh or anything like that. It's not, although there is an option to do it in Welsh if you so wish. But it is an A-level that our level 3 learners do, and I'm a massive fan of it. Because it gives you all the chances to do, well, I suppose, look at the wider skills on the curriculum and to look into the career you might want to go into and dedicate what we call an individual project to it in your second year, so that when you're applying to universities or employers, you can say that you've already set your own research question, done your own project into the area that you're looking at. It also involves community work as well, and lots of other things that allow you to stand out on a university or a job application. And also it's an A-level, so everybody leaves our sixth form with 4 A-levels rather than 3, and it can be a great safety net for those of you who perhaps struggle on a particular A-level subject. The Welsh Bac can then take over, and perhaps we can look at more of a bespoke timetable. But it's a really good qualification. It's only 2 hours a week, and although you might come into it thinking I'm unsure, I think within a few weeks you'll see that it's a great independent study module, and we've got really good staff to help you get through it as well. Rona, is there anything you wanted to add there in terms of Welsh Bac? I can see you nodding.
No, I just know from experience, like with my own daughter, it's fantastic. Just going, like, preparations go into uni. So particularly the project, I think, it really prepares you well for uni. So yeah, I do it.
Thank you. Thank you both. And that was really, really helpful. So we've got some news hot off the press. We've got an update for you, and we've had a few questions this evening about EMA. And Bethan, you've got a bit of an update for them.
I do. Yeah, so unfortunately, I did give out information that was incorrect before. So if you attended this week, which is the weekend in the 9th of September, and next week, which ends the 16th of September, you'll be paid the 26th of September. So that's quite a bit to wait, but it's because you need to do this week as a full week, next week as a full week, and then we confirm your attendance that week, the third week, and then the payment's made on the 26th. So apologies for that, but yeah, it is 2 full weeks, and then you get paid on the 26th of September. And it's just, as well, I just want to add on that you need to come and sign your learning agreement if you have been awarded EMA, so we can get that on the system as quickly as possible, especially if you're a returning student, because there is a cut-off point for that. But apologies for that. Again, I'll make sure that that information is disseminated across the college tomorrow, now that I've got the finance, the sheets ready.
Well, thanks for
Thank you. Sorry about that again.
Don't worry. Thank you for clearing it up for us. It is a live StreamYard event, and that's the thing with live events. You know, we don't always have exactly the information at the time, but we always try and make sure that we put we put it right if we aren't sure. So thank you, Bethan. Daniel's back with us. How exciting! So, can college students get discounts? Now, I'm not sure about using it as a bus pass, but I definitely think there's some discounts, aren't there, Rona?
Yeah, actually, good point there, Daniel. You're keeping us on our toes tonight, Daniel. I don't know if Arriva do discounts. That's probably like an age like under 25. It's always well worth asking them if they have discounted passes or cards. If you actually apply for a totem card, it's like an NUS card for students, and you get some brilliant discounts on things like cinema tickets and discounts in different shops. So have a look. Again, ask Mark Hughes, our student voice learner engagement officer. Ask him about totem cards. You get really good discounts. Well worth it.
Love the whole totem thing. We had a mature student on a couple of weeks ago, and it was one thing that I think mature students forget about, is that actually you do, as you become a student again and you're starting to learn again, then you are entitled, just as the 16-year-olds are, to have all the access all the discounts and all the perks of being a student. So hi, Sean. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, that's a good question. Do you know what? We've not had that one over these 4 weeks. We've not had that question. So well done, Sean. You win the brand new question award. How are new students able to get a locker? I'm not sure, if I'm honest. Who would like to take that one? Miriam.
I could do that. I can only talk about D6 though, I'm afraid. I'm not sure about the other sites. But yeah, lockers are available at D6. You just come in, talk to Shane, our very lively PE teacher. You'll hear him before you see him, and he'll give you a number, and then you just bring in a padlock and you choose a vacant locker, and then you just use it for 2 years. It's really, really simple. He'll kill me for saying that, but it's totally true.
Fantastic. Rona, have you got any idea on the other sites?
I was about to say, just go and ask your tutor or your progress coach, because a lot of the different courses have got their own like locker spaces. But I don't think it's everyone, but just check with them. I think that they're growing in numbers.
Okay, that's great. And it's really important about, having a space to put your stuff rather than carrying it around all day. And especially if you're, if you're studying and you're using heavy textbooks. What I would say, though, that our library is fantastic, and they have a huge amount of information and textbooks online. So often, whereas we used to have to carry books around, nowadays we can actually get them through ebooks, which is really exciting. And it's meant that one of the great things about it is that your bag isn't bursting to the seams with books. So So that's really exciting. So if you haven't already popped into our library services and met with the staff and seen those amazing resources that are available, then please do make sure you do that over the next few days. Okay, right. Come on now, if anybody has any questions, now is your time to ask. But alternatively, if you don't want to ask on this platform, then you can contact us at any point, and you can do that through the website, or you can call this number. Here's the number on the bottom of the screen. It's 03000, no, 0300 3030 007. Right. I'm not going to try that again. Next time I'm going to get Kelly to read the number out. But for now, let's just have a look if we've got any more questions coming through. Somebody's asking about what they can do in lunchtimes and in free periods. I think we've covered a bit of that, but Rona, would you like to just have a chat about that?
Again, I think we've covered it, but basically, we do encourage you to stay on site, and spend as much of your time just upskilling, because that's what we're all about. We know you've come to Coleg Cambria. We're delighted you've come here, but we're really interested in what you're going to go on and do. And we want you to be the very best version of you that you can be. So I think if you can stay on site, meet up with other students, you can start up your own clubs or societies. If there's anything you're interested in, come and tell us. If there's any resources you need, come and tell us, and we'll see if we can get things. We get speakers in, we can do volunteering or find volunteering opportunities for you. So just get involved. The more that you put in when you're at college, I think the more you get out of it. It's not like school. So it's very much about you, just discovering who you are, making new friends, and just thinking about your future. And we're here to help you do that in any way we can. So just think about upskilling instead of no, I don't want to waste time at college. I want to go home. Flip that thought on its head and just think about how much you can do before then you go home and you have a lovely quiet time.
Thank you, Rona, and that's very sensible advice. Okay, well, we haven't got any questions coming in through the back through here, and it looks like we've been either we've been very successful in answering your questions, or you just don't like hearing us talk. Either way, I think we are at a point where I can say to you, thank you so much, very much for joining us here tonight. It's been absolutely brilliant, some fun, amazing questions there, and really happy if we helped you at all. If you've got any further questions, then please do contact us on the number that Kelly will tell you in a moment. But please do contact us, email in, contact us through social media. There's always people looking at checking social media for us, or you can call us. For parents and carers, we do have a dedicated newsletter, and we recommend that you sign up for that ASAP if you want to be kept in the loop with all the information. There we go. There's the e-newsletter. And that will tell you everything you need to know. We've loved doing these StreamYard events. We have got our last one next week, which is the last one for new students. But if you've got an idea for other StreamYard events that you'd like us to do, if you think that would be helpful, then please do let us know. We're always here to listen to your ideas. You're the ones who are important to us. You're the ones that matter, because you are our students, and that's why we're here. So, anything from anyone on the panel that you'd like to add?
Yeah, just a reminder about the 26th. Sorry, so I said a bit. Done a bit. It was wishful thinking. I think everybody wants payday and payment to come earlier, so it was wishful thinking maybe. But the 26th.
That's fine. Maybe we can pop something out. I don't know whether we can pop it on social media, something like that.
Yeah, will do. Yeah,
brilliant. Fantastic. Anything from anyone else on the panel this evening? Okay, on behalf of the panel, myself and Coleg Cambria, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in college very soon. Thanks very much, and good night.
Thank you. Nostar, bye.
Nostar.